Hello and welcome back to the Natural State Update. We've got some super fun and entertaining stories to share with you this episode. But first, here's a look at some news you can use. Arkansas Children's Hospital has been awarded $2.5 million by the National Institutes of Health for childhood cancer research. The research will focus on the potential causes of long-term side effects of the treatments for a type of leukemia called ALL, which is the most common form of childhood cancer. And if you like supporting great causes by having a great time, then you gotta check out the Endure the Dirt 5K Adventure Mud Run. It goes through the farm grounds surrounding Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart, and the mission of the 14 obstacles lining the course is so that healthy individuals will realize there are obstacles that stand in front of the cancer patient every day. The run is on March 11th. And spring is just around the corner. The University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture is helping gardeners in our state get prepared. At the Searcy Public Library on Tuesday, February 21st, you can learn all about planning and planting your spring garden. The program is offered from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the same program will later be offered at the Lone Oak Community Center. On to our first story today. We're talking about edutainment, performances that are entertainment and educational. It's the concept of a program at UCA's Reynolds Performance Hall. Ann Jansen gives us a closer look.
It's a moment that never gets old to David Epley, entertaining and educating hundreds of screaming children as Doktor Kaboom.
So Doktor Kaboom is my alter ego. It's a character I developed to perform science comedy shows around the world.
Kaboom!
The best description I've heard was when a dad saw my show and he called it part Mr. Wizard and part Mr. Rogers.
It's all part of a program at UCA's Reynolds Performance Hall called the Main Stage Education Series. Buses from all over the state arrive with students ages pre-K through 12th grades, many of whom have never been exposed to live theater.
These teachers will get these kids on a bus at 6:30, 7 a.m. and drive 2.5 hours to UCA just to see these experiences. And the reason is they do not have arts accessibility in their own communities. So they have to get them on a bus and drive them. But we are so thankful to those teachers who see the importance of the program.
The director of UCA Public Appearances, Amanda Horton, says they bring in a variety of shows each year covering different academic topics.
I call it edutainment. They're educated and they're entertained, and what a great way to learn.
In fact, every show also has a study guide for the teachers to download in advance so the students can learn lessons in the classroom that they see then come to life on the stage.
Everybody, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
The program is paid for by those who believe in the mission, donors, sponsors, and now there's even an endowment to help make this opportunity a reality.
We try to find as many sponsors and donors that we can. The students' tickets are only $5 a ticket, and I'll tell you, we also give about 40% of our tickets away through scholarships because some of our students that we serve can't even afford the $5 ticket. And I truly believe that everyone deserves a seat in the theater, and so it's very important that we're raising money, we're getting those children into our theater whether or not they can afford it or not.
Since its inception in 2015, more than 55,000 students have attended a show through the Main Stage Education Series. For Horton and performers like Doktor Kaboom, it's all about having an impact on the next generation.
My whole goal is to teach children and remind their parents that science is for everybody.
This program is truly my heart because I just love the magic of the theater and especially experience it through a child's eyes.
For the Natural State Update, I'm Ann Jansen.
Thank you, Ann. The Main Stage Education Series also offers sensory-friendly performances, and there are several ways you can help support this effort. There are all kinds of perks for sponsors and donors, such as free tickets, and we'll include a link for more information under this story. Speaking of entertainment, did you know there's a professional actor who's recently been cast in some big screen films who lives in Greenbrier? I recently got to sit down with Dean Denton to ask him how he does it.
When I was 8 years old, my parents took me to see True Grit, and with John Wayne, And I knew after seeing that film that that's what I wanted to do.
But knowing what you want to do and actually doing it are two very different things. Dean Denton was too nervous to pursue acting until college at the U of A when he got to be an extra in a movie. After that, he studied acting and worked in Dallas and then Los Angeles. But after getting married and having kids, the young couple wanted to be closer to their families in Arkansas. So Dean said goodbye to Hollywood.
I got out of acting, but about 13 or 14 years ago, I got back into it. And it's been a long journey to get back to the level I was in LA. But I think in the last few years, I've done that. And especially in the last 2 years, I've booked some really good projects.
Those projects include The Highwaymen with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson, American Underdog with Zachary Levi, Anna Paquin, and Dennis Quaid, and just last year, Devotion with Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell.
It's about Jesse Brown, the naval aviator that was killed in combat. He was one of the first African-American aviators to die in combat. And it's an incredible story, incredible film, and we shot that in Savannah, Georgia. And I was there for 4 or 5 weeks and got to play the captain of the ship that they fly off of. And everyone, all the main actors just really treated me great. It was a great project, and it's one of the best ones I've done so far.
But getting roles on these big films has not been easy. The audition process for American Underdog took years.
I ended up auditioning for about 7 or 8 different roles, and each time I just wasn't right for it. And I just kept getting my hopes up. Oh, this is the one, and I had a great audition, but I wouldn't get it. And so finally, I think on my 8th audition, I sent the producer, director, writer, casting director, everybody that I could think of, everybody's contact address or email that I had, I sent them an email and I said, well, I'm beginning to feel like Kurt Warner trying to play football in the NFL. I mean, I just keep hitting these walls. I've been trying to get on this project for 3 years now, or 2 years at the time, and I just keep hitting all these walls. And then the next day they cast me as the Rams scout.
I'm David Gillis. We've been trying to reach you. We want you to come try out for us.
Try out?
I've been putting off his calls for a while. Can you blame me?
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm with the Rams.
You know, and I'm glad that I read for all those parts, because the main casting director, Tamara Lee Notcutt in LA, she saw all those. And I think she had final say on casting me in American Underdog, but she saw all those auditions and she pushed really hard for me for Devotion, because she was casting that too. And that's how I got that.
Dean believes his faith has carried him through this chaotic biz.
When I auditioned for all those roles on American Underdog, the only one that I put in my Bible was the Ram Scout audition. I lost my marker in my Bible, and so I was using the sides for that as my new bookmark for my Bible. And I had that in the Bible, and I think that was just God saying, hey, see, I got you.
In fact, he humbly credits God for every role he's ever gotten.
I know the work that I'm getting, it's all because of him. I mean, it's nothing that I'm doing. I mean, if you think about it, and I'm not being conceited or trying to brag, but I have been in some incredible projects in the last few years, and I don't live in Hollywood. I live in Greenbrier, Arkansas. You know, there's just 200-300 feet out here, there's a cow pasture. And, you know, I'm not in the hub of the acting community. And so God has just kind of given this, I mean, he's just given me some great projects, and I know it's all from him.
His faith has also helped him endure all the rejection that goes along with the acting industry. Dean estimates that he's been told no 3,500 times.
Being rejected that many times, it's enabled me to help others, other actors that may go through this, my kids when they're told no on a job interview or whatever they're going through. I've been there. I know how it feels.
As for advice for other aspiring actors, Dean says he echoes what actor Hal Holbrook told him years ago when Dean was working as a bellman at a Dallas hotel.
Right before he was getting ready to get in the limo, I said, Mr. Holbrook, I'm an actor and I'm taking classes here in Dallas. I'm just starting out. Do you have any advice for me on somebody starting out in this business? And he reached into his wallet and he gave me a 20 for my tip, And he said, always have another job on the side, kid. And slammed the door. The limo drove off, and I thought, man, that's not really what I wanted to hear. I was hoping for something, but you know what? That's been the best advice ever. I've always had a job on the side. I have a full-time job now in Conway. I work for AT&T, and I've been there for 23 years, and I've always had. Now, I would like to retire from there pretty soon and just do this full-time, but I've always had, even in LA, I've had 3 to 5 different jobs.
As Dean continues to chase his dreams, he also has a desire to help the next generation of actors.
I try to encourage people and help others, and you know, because I just know how tough the journey can be.
You can see Devotion, American Underdog, The Highwaymen, as well as many other movies with Dean Denton on a variety of streaming options. Sticking with the entertainment theme, we now go to our expert here on the Natural State Update, Amanda Horton, for all our upcoming options in Central Arkansas.
I'm Amanda Horton, Executive Director of Public Appearances here at the University of Central Arkansas. During the months of February and March, we have so many sensational performances, including dance, theater, and music. Right here at Reynolds Performance Hall, we're going to kick off our month with Lucy Loves Desi. This is a radio-style theater production that explores the life, love, and career of Lucy and Desi. We also have so many music options that include world music, Monozzle Brass, known as the Monty Python of the brass world, and Celtic Angels Ireland that will have dancers, vocalists, and an Irish band. We also have rockers, Floyd Nation, playing all of your Pink Floyd hits, and contemporary Christian artist, Amy Grant. She has a limited number of tickets, so don't delay on getting yours. The Conway Symphony Orchestra will also perform in Reynolds this month. Sacred Spaces and Glorious Places on March 4th, featuring guest artist Bolivian pianist Ana Marie Vera. Another interesting symphony offering is the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra's Jurassic Park performance, where they will play the iconic score live to picture. There are so many other upcoming concerts in the state of Arkansas this month, including at the Hall. Country musician Muscadine Bloodline will take the stage on February 16th. Nico Moon on February 18th, and Larry Fleet on February 23rd. They also have some really entertaining dance party shows. Dial Up, the 90s Party Band, the Dolly Parton-inspired Country Diva Dance Party, and This Is What Dreams Are Made Of, a Disney and 2000s inspired dance party. That sounds like so much fun. Simmons Bank Arena has many upcoming events, including Dwight Yoakam, Turnpike Troubadours with the Avett Brothers, and Blake Shelton with Carly Pierce. Robinson will offer some great shows including Home Free, Dancing with the Stars Live, and Joe Gatto's A Night of Comedy. Theater is in full swing in the state, and you won't be disappointed by the selection. The Arkansas Repertory Theater is presenting the comedy Laughter on the 23rd Floor, starring film star Judge Reynolds, through February 19th. Next to Normal will be at the Studio Theater in Little Rock. The Royal Theater in Benton will perform Titanic, the musical. In Conway, Red Curtain Theater will perform the Disney hit Aladdin Kids, February 25th through the 26th. The Mel Brooks classic, The Producers, will be at Argenta Community Theater in North Little Rock. Finally, for all you dance and Disney enthusiasts, Ballet Arkansas will present Sleeping Beauty at Pulaski Tech's Charts Theater, February 16th through the 19th. One last thing I want to mention is the Cow's Ron Robinson Theater in downtown Little Rock. This beautiful 315-seat theater is a venue that offers live entertainment, speakers, and film screenings. This month, they have so many films, including classics and not so classics, that will take you back in time. This month's movies include A Streetcar Named Desire, Rebel Without a Cause, The Bodyguard, Purple Rain, and so many more. For the Natural State Update, I'm Amanda Horton.
Thanks, Amanda. And to piggyback off of Dean Denton's story of faith, we close today with Philippians 4:19. And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. For the Natural State Update, I'm Christina Munoz.